The age-old, how can we make it so that fans can't watch the team that they love? I mean, the MLB trying to make it so fans can watch the team that they love. Yeah. Let's be honest, it's not like that. I swear, it's every single time. It's like the most difficult crap ever. So, I made a video a couple days ago talking about how the Reds are no longer with the FanDuel Sports Network. They're no longer with them. They canceled their contract. So now they need a new team or a new distribution center to show off the Reds games. Well, as it says here, the MLB is now taking on the Reds games with Reds.TV starting 2026. As it says, MLB will produce and distribute local Reds game under Reds TV starting in 2026, replacing FanDuel Sports Network. Streaming options are available for $100 a season or $20 a month. Confirmed to ESPN and Sports Illustrated. So, for a little context there, and let me double check. 156? Hang on. Hold up. I always get this incorrect. 156 baseball games in the season, right? Hold up. I don't know why I always get this incorrect. 162. All right, whatever. So after, what is it? I think, Cincinnati, what are we at? 5.7 sales tax. So that's at like, after the sales tax, which is 0.05. All right, so that's around $106, right? Divide that by 162, which is how many games in the season. That means each game you're paying 65 cents for. If you buy the annual season subscription of $100, it's 65 cents per game. And then if you buy it $20 a month, which in theory, the Reds aren't, baseball isn't full year round. So what's a season? We start in March, we end in, hopefully we end in October, but mainly it's August. So that's March, April, May, June, July, August. It's around 6 months. That's $120 plus, obviously the tax, which is going to be 126. Divide that by 162. So if you pay monthly, you're getting charged 11 cents more per game. So if you pay just, yearly, you paid $100, it's going to be 66 cents a game. If you pay bi-monthly, you're going to get charged an extra $20 total. You're getting charged extra $20. And you're going to have to pay 76 or 77 cents per game. So it's 11 cents difference. Still no option to pay per game where you could just say, hey, I want to watch this game or that game, and you do that. You do have to pay for the whole season, which does suck in all honesty, because I don't know anybody who's going to watch every single game except for me. I'll watch every single game, but most people will not. So most people are going to look at this and say, what the heck? I don't want to pay 77 cents or 66 cents every single game. Why can't I just, buy the games I want to buy? So instead of spending that $100, let's say, I don't know, I want to watch opening day, okay? Opening day, how much is it going to cost me? It's going to cost me maybe $1 or $2, right? Whatever. Okay, then I want to watch, I don't know, maybe a game halfway through the season. Having friends over, the Reds are playing, they're still in the playoffs. I want to watch that game. Okay, well then that game's $2, right? Okay, whatever. It's a late night at the office, I'm working, whatever. Let me put on the Reds game, right? That's $2. That might be the only time you watch baseball. Those 3 games of the whole season. That's $6. Okay? Obviously with taxes and stuff, whatever. But that's $6. You might only watch those 3 games. So if even though, yes, it is like 66 cents per game at the $100 subscription model, you're spending $100. And if you only watch 3 games, then that's not worth it to you, right? And in order for it to be worth it to you in that context, let's say there was a $2 per game you had to pay, so you had to spend to watch, you would have to watch 50 games. If you don't watch 50 games a season, it's just not worth it. And again, like I said, I know a lot of people who love baseball, but they just don't have the time. They're either working, with family, with friends. They don't have the time to sit down and watch a game. So every once in a while, maybe once a month or once every couple months, they'll watch a whole game just to enjoy it and spend some time relaxing. To sit there and say, well, now you'd spend $100 for that. It's like, I don't know. I mean, yes, it's 66 cents per game, but it's not worth it. I'd rather just say, hey, instead of doing that, here's $2, let me watch the game. I don't know. So, this is the whole situation. So they have the little Q&A thing here. How can I stream Reds.TV? It can be streamed on multiple devices. How much will it cost? $100 to $20 per month. Similar to other clubs, fans will have the option to purchase only Reds games or bundle this local package with MLB.TV to stream all games around the league. How do I purchase it? You go to Reds.com. Will there be local blackouts or no for the streaming package? No. Fans in the Reds regional TV territory will not be subject to blackouts of local broadcasts on Reds.TV. Each year, a small number of games are broadcast exclusively on Fox, ESPN, or other national broadcast partners, and those would not be available on Reds TV just as prior seasons. So, as always, you don't even get all 162 games. If it's broadcast on Fox, ESPN, or Peacock, or Netflix, or, Yahoo, whatever it ends up being, you don't get those games. So actually, reality-wise, you don't even get the whole 162 games. I figured, and maybe I'm, they say when you assume things, you make a butt out of you and me, right? The ASS word, I'm not saying it out loud. But I assumed that, you would get all the games. But you don't. You don't even get all the games. Any game that is any game that is exclusively broadcast from those services, you don't get. So, in theory, let's say it's ends up being, I don't know, 100, let's say there's 150, let's say there's 30 games, right, that are exclusively broadcast through Fox, ESPN, or other broadcast games, right? 30 games of the Red season. Now, you're looking at it, and it's okay, divide that by let's say 132, right? That's 80 cents per game. And that goes even higher if you were talking about if it's even less games. If it's even less games, that's even higher of a price tag. So let's say, for example, it's 50 games are exclusive to just those streaming services, which obviously, listen, they always want to do that. Now that's 94 cents. It's almost $1 a game, and you're probably not watching all the games. And if the Reds have a bad season, again, that's another concept. The Reds have a bad season. Now you're sitting there like, wait, what the heck, man? I don't want to watch this team. This team sucks. There's that situation too. Will you be able to watch Reds games if I have a standard MLB package, but not the Reds TV? If you already have the MLB app downloaded, one step closer to watching Reds baseball within the home television territory, must purchase a Reds TV subscription to stream Reds games. You see how stupid this response is? Okay. This is all that needed to be said, right? Right there. Actually, no. Right here. This is all that needed to be said in that whole entire thing. saying you're one step closer to watching Reds games is so stupid. I don't care if I'm one step close to watching Reds games. The question is, can you watch it with just the MLB TV package? Do you have to have the Reds.TV? The answer is yes, you do. You have to have both. So you can't just have one. That's the answer. We'll be able to watch Reds games with, I guess the only fans who live outside the Reds home market will be able to watch a Reds game with the standard MLB package. Huh? So if you live within... Okay, so to my point again, then this is what you needed. Get rid of that first part. That first part was useless. But this second part is actually important. Can I watch Reds.TV through ESPN app as part of the MLB new rights deal? No, in 2026, in-market Reds.TV games will only be streamed in the MLB app. How can I navigate the MLB app and then visit there? Why did the Reds switch to MLB to broadcast their games? Partnering, whatever. How will the games presentation look different? Fans can expect to see a high-quality coverage with many innovative features. When will the broadcast start? Fans will be able to start streaming select spring training games for free with Reds.TV in addition to viewing it through the cable or satellite provider. A scheduled games will determine closer to spring training. So, some of the Reds spring training games are free. That's good. It's nice. Does Reds TV replace FanDuel Sports Network? Yes, it does. I watched the Reds last year through cable or satellite. Do I need anything different to watch it this year? No, it's our understanding that if you currently get Reds game from cable or satellite provider, you do not need to purchase anything additional. Our expectations that fans are able to watch the Reds games from the same provider in 2026. The reason why I say it's our understanding, right, is because that's not how it's going to work. I'm sure there's going to be some providers out there, cable providers or whatever, who see this and think, oh, this is money. This is more money to make. And they're going to now change it so you have to buy something else or package something else with your provider in order to be able to watch these games. Guarantee you. They're seeing this and they're seeing money signs. So they're like, wow, we're now going to make it so that we're going to do a Reds.TV package with our local provider. So you have to spend even more money to get it. You watched it last year through cable or satellite, but this year it's different. This is the stupid stuff they do. Locally distributed games will be available on cable and satellite TV, provided subject to national broadcast exclusivities. So again, a small number of games are subject to national broadcast exclusivities with Fox, NBC/Peacock, ESPN, and you would have to access those networks in order to watch those games. They say a small number of games, right? Again, you're not getting every game. You're only getting the games on this list here that are not exclusive. So, again, that might be 30 games, right? Let's be honest, it's going to be the best games, okay? If the playoffs are around the corner and it's really good, those are usually the games that get, dinged for that. What channel will the games be on my satellite/cable? The Reds are working with Major League Baseball to finalize channel locations, okay? How do I know if I live in the regional territory? The Reds' territory will remain consistent for 2026, including all or parts of the 8 states: Ohio, Kentucky, Indiana, West Virginia, Tennessee, North Carolina, Mississippi, and Virginia. Okay. How do I watch Reds games if I live outside the territory? Existing out-of-market yearly/monthly MLB TV subscription can continue to watch the Reds game with MLB TV outside of Cincinnati area. Non-subscribers would need to purchase the yearly or monthly subscription to watch. Will I be able to stream Reds games? Yes, you can. Will Reds games be streaming services such as YouTube, Hulu, and etc. are working to confirm which providers and outlets will distribute Reds games. A full list will be available closer to the season. Can I authenticate access to Reds games to the MLB app by using credentials from my pay TV provider? Yes, you may. Okay. What if I don't have cable or TV provider? Fans who do not have cable or satellite service in the Reds regional area will be able to get Reds games by subscribing to Reds.TV, MLB streaming services with no blackout. So, again, I think it's you have to do both. You can't just do one. If you're inside the regional area, you have to get Reds.TV and an MLB subscription. You have to get both. It's kind of like how YouTube TV is with the NFL Sunday Ticket. You can't get the NFL Sunday Ticket without getting a YouTube TV monthly fee. So the monthly fee for YouTube TV is like $50. I think it's $75 a month, and then you also have to get Sunday Ticket, which is an additional $50 a month. So you have to get both. Can't just get one or the other. So that's kind of sucks, but yeah. Anyway, tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one.